Voice of Blues TV. I'm here with Jack. 5-0 to Morecambe tonight. So, what's your take on the game?
Listen, I thought it was a really good game.
Yeah.
You come in first round FA Cup.
Yeah.
Morecambe comes down to Chelsea. I mean, it's a lifetime game for them. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Saturday afternoon, everyone wants to come out and put in a good performance. I think first half was a bit shaky.
Yeah,
those
slow,
first minutes at the back didn't look super tight.
Yeah.
Obviously, not the usual formation. Up top as well, I think the Nkunku and Guiu up top.
Yeah.
I don't think it really works out, the two of them. Neto looked the better in that first half. I didn't think they'd start him. Maybe bring him on as a sub, but he looked really good. And then Felix in that second half, I mean, just turned it on. Sancho comes on. It's a big momentum win, I think, going next week. Bournemouth on Tuesday, and a good one for the season. But very happy. I mean, come on, you come out 5-0. You can't ask for much more than that. Really good showing.
Going forward, we're third on the table, and there's a lot of pressure, to be honest. A lot of pressure because I think it's just a couple of points behind, above.
Yeah.
So, do you think this performance tonight is going to push us forward? And so, what's your expectation going forward, as a Chelsea fan?
I think it's tough to take, FA Cup first round as an indicative of the rest of the Premier League season. Yeah. But it's games like this that give you the momentum moving forward, right? It gives the guys that come in, get a few goals, get some minutes under their belt. Reece coming back, obviously needs a bit more match fitness, but looked great as well. And it's nice to have guys like that back. So, it gives you hope for the rest of the season. Obviously, it's one game. You take it game at a time. But you'd rather this than a scrappy 2-1 or something like that. So, I think good momentum moving forward. Definitely, yeah.
So, the captain is back tonight.
Yeah.
A good performance, average performance. Yeah. We know he needs to step up his game. Are you expecting him to start against Bournemouth?
Yeah, I'd like to. I think it's guys like that when they're in the lineup. Obviously Chelsea teams changed a lot past couple of years.
Yeah,
someone who's been around for a few more years than the rest of the guys who've come in, knows the consistency, knows what it takes, is respected as a Chelsea player, not just a talented player who's come into Chelsea. You'd expect him to start. You want him to start.
Yeah.
I mean, he's it's one of the fan favourites at the club, absolutely. I think everyone loves him. England national, played the World Cup. He needs to be in that lineup, and I think sets the tone for the game as well. Why would you not want him there? Absolutely, yeah.
So let's talk about transfer window. Yeah, there's a link to Guiu coming into Chelsea, and there's still a speculation that we need a striker to challenge. Obviously, Jackson.
Sure.
So, what's your take on the transfer window this January?
I mean, I think obviously you need a little temporary short fix for the rest of this season, right? Is it you bring in another winger up top to support? You bring someone in at the back, someone to push Jackson a bit. I think it doesn't matter really where he makes that change. You just need a few more options, push some of the lads, put a bit of pressure on there, and show that you're really pushing for top four. You don't want to settle for anything less, right? I mean, there's money's been pumped into the club for a couple seasons now, since we've had really rough seasons. And I don't see why it wouldn't continue. Chelsea's in a position where they're able to.
Absolutely.
I think just all over the pitch, if you can bring in better options and, on the training ground, it pushes the guys to do more. I think it's good for the club as a whole. Whether it's Guiu or whoever it is, I think it's all very solid options. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely.